Retirement Podcast, where we share real-life stories and strategies that we've used to help hundreds of families retire with confidence. Your host is certified financial planner Jim Cox of McCarthy Cox Retirement and Estate Specialists. McCarthy Cox embodies small-town midwestern values and is dedicated to building better tomorrows.
Okay, well, welcome to the Toast to Retirement Podcast. This is episode 1-2-B, subset A. The backstory on this is we had done our very first podcast, which was very successful, by the way, and we talked about all the things unique to our firm, just to give people an introduction to who we are and why we're talking about what we're talking about and everything else, and kind of really specifically what makes us unique in the financial planning world, the way we've designed our firm and everything. And we got done with it. We were very proud of ourselves. We gave ourselves kudos. And then we realized that we had completely been remiss of talking about one of the most important things that we do, and that's giving back to our community. And at McCarthy Cox, our vision statement for our firm is that our clients, their families, and our entire community will live fuller, more meaningful and purpose-driven lives because of what we do for them. And so when we talk about how we do that for our community, it's specifically about our give back, right? About our charity work and how important that is and specific that is for our firm. And I think we do some things that are maybe unique amongst just anyone that's charitable and any businesses that are charitable. I think we kind of are, spend a lot of time in our approach. And so with us again today is Tony Dalton. Tony is our COO of McCarthy Cox and been instrumental in putting these programs together and being methodical for us. Tony, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here.
Yeah. If you remember, on the end of our last tester, I said, oh, please, let's hope that we don't have to do this again, because here's why. So it's the title of our podcast is Toast to Retirement, where we allow our guests to decide what they would like to toast to.
And that would be me.
Toast with, I should say. And Tony's choice for the first, I don't know how many times we've done this, 5 episodes now, has been, what do you call these, pressed juices?
These are cold pressed juices. This one is a digestive shooter. Mm-hmm. It has pineapple, orange, and lemon and ginger. A little extra lemon, because lemon and ginger are very good for your digestion, sir.
Okay, I will be honest. The last one was the 4th one we've done, was the best by far, and it was actually enjoyable. It was okay. It had that ginger little kicker in there, and here's to hoping that this is the final one. For a while, you'll be back. You'll be back, and you'll bring another fruit juice.
I've got other vodcasts to go be on, man. I'm busy, tied up.
Lots of topics to talk about with you. I got a lot of grievances with you, B. So, Tony, why don't you just jump in and let's talk about some of the maybe unique and interesting ways of which we support and give back to our community.
Yeah, I think of it, Jim, as overall within our firm, there are 5 primary ways we give back to the community. And, we're blessed to be a part of this community. The community certainly been a blessing to us, and in turn, we want to return those blessings out to the community. And I think of it as a hand up and not a hand out. One of the primary ways that we do it is through the McCarthy Cox Cares Fund. And that fund was established back in 2013. And it's run, if you will, by a board. And those board is 5 members. They're all clients. And they're the ones, based on the grant request or the other requests that come in, they determine where the money goes. They're good stewards of the money. And again, we partner with other local organizations too. For example, the Hope Center here in town. One of the primary ways we work with them is they have an emergency assistance program. That may be people who have an extended illness and need a month's rent paid. They may need their gas bill paid, utilities. It's typically a very short-term need, and the Hope Center screens those to be sure of that.
I was thinking back on that, Tony, is like, I was on the board of United Way. This is well over a decade ago now, this information, so I'm going to butcher it, and I apologize. I did try to find this in the last couple of weeks. I did try to find an actual statistic to try to see if I could jog my memory, but I know it was the far majority of people, like they showed the success rate of just, if you are able to help that family out for 1 month, like that rent that they're just short on for 1 month, like what's the percentage that stay, or don't go homeless?
Right.
And it's significant. It's the majority. It was like 70 or 80%. Like it was a very high number.
Yeah.
So like, because everyone falls on hard times at one point or another, so you help them over that little gap, that little bridge that they just need help on, and they find their footing and they keep going, versus, getting tossed out of their apartment or their house or whatever have you, or not having heat.
Right.
So I think that's an awesome program, and I'm glad we support that. And the other thing I'd say is that just that board that we put up, it's all clients. Our success as a firm is directly related to our clients. I mean, they are who make us successful. And
right.
So to have them have a say in how we give back and how we improve our community, I think that's the unique part that I'm really proud of. And it's been a very successful program over the last, what's that been now? 11 years?
Yeah, well, yeah.
12 years.
And so far there's been approximately $80,000 distributed from the McCarthy Cox Cares Fund. The board, by the way, the 5 members rotate on and off, so they're typically 2-year terms. Other things that we do through the McCarthy Cox Cares Fund, the Blessings in a Backpack, which helps underserved, underprivileged, if you will, kids who need something like that. We also have helped with literally emergency requests that come in, and which are just come to us because of other people in the community and help that way. So our partnership as a firm and giving back to the community is very important. And again, that amount of money has been helpful. Another way that we give on a firm level is through our other charitable arms called the Elizaveta Fund. And that fund was established also back in 2013, and it's a fund designed to help orphans find their forever home. Now, I know this has a particular spot in your heart.
Yep. And
so you talk about the Elizaveta Fund.
Well, the Elizaveta Fund was created again back in the same year, 2013. My wife and I adopted our daughter, Caroline, back in 2011. When she was 1 year old, we brought her home, or 1 year old, whatever. And her given birth name was Elizaveta, and that's where the name of the fund comes from. And so back then, a few years later, let's say 2013, I had every intention of maybe expanding our family, continue to adopt more children. My wife had other plans, and she gets to decide on those types of plans. So we did feel that we wanted to give back, and especially because of our experience, we adopted internationally, and it was just ridiculous how expensive, how much time and effort it went in to do something so benevolent as adopting a child. And it really was eye-opening. I don't think, we really had no idea what we were getting into, and we just wanted to help other people be able to do that. Because I think you can argue, like, there's very few other things you can do that make that bigger of an impact in a child's life than to adopt them and give them a forever home, right. And change the trajectory of their life forever. Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to encourage that, and we started that fund, and we're very, very proud of its success. Donations well over $80,000 over that period of time. We've helped 18 families, I believe the number, 18 families and 23 orphans find a forever home. And so, yeah, I just think that that's awesome, and we continue to look for people that are in need in our community. So we appreciate anyone liking and sharing or getting the word out. Hopefully this podcast can help with that.
Yeah. So another way, now those are the 2 charitable arms of the firm, McCarthy Cox Cares, Elizaveta Fund. In addition to that, at a firm level, we also make charitable gifts, charitable donations out into the community. One of those, well known to people in our community, is the Union County Care Train.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a lot of great things around there. And for example, our firm adopted, for purposes of the gifts, 22 children this year. Again, underserved, underprivileged, who may need gifts under their tree. And we as a firm, this was the cool part too. So we as a firm go out shopping and we buy all the gifts. The stores like to see us.
Yeah, they see it coming.
Yeah. We buy all the gifts for the kids. We have lists of things that they've indicated they might want.
So we're supporting our community too in the retail side of things.
There you go. We're here for you. Then we come back and we wrap. We have a pizza party.
Pizza party, yeah.
And it's a really fun day, and everybody in the firm really enjoys participating in that.
It's a great group activity, brings the whole firm together.
Yeah, and for such a great cause. We also provided, as a firm, 3 months of weekend meals
Mm-hmm.
for people who were either in housing transition or, they had housing insecurity. And again, could be an illness, could be any number of things. But we did that in partnership with Impact 60 and some of the other charitable organizations in town. We also, the firm also contributed to the Indian Lake Tornado Fund. So there's a number of things like that.
Yeah, various just causes that pop up along the way. And there's been a lot of them, unfortunately, seems like.
Yeah. And we can do that.
Issues.
Yeah, and we can do that on a firm level because it's a very nimble structure within the firm that if we see a need, we can move on that very quickly. The fourth way that our firm participates in charitable giving is that every staff member and every partner in the firm is allotted a generous amount that they can individually choose where they want that to go. Examples of that our team has donated to Humane Society, Shriners Hospital, Pregnancy Resource Center. So again, there's a number of areas, and the LifeWise Academy. And if you look through the list, it's pretty cool to see where it's gone. And you also know that that each of us that get to designate that it's a pretty cool thing. We know the firm has needs that they can contribute to, yet it's nice on a individual level to say, I see a need right over there. It's a nonprofit organization.
Support all our individual employees and give them, empower them as well to give back.
Yeah. The last way that we do this is, of course, as any business, our team has PTO, paid time off. We also have VTO, volunteer time off. And that's simply where every person on the team is allotted 40 hours, so a week, that they can go out in the community and volunteer at a place they want to. Maybe it's the food pantry, maybe it's United Way Cares Day. We have a person who does prison Bible study. And in those examples, we want the team to do it on our time. We want it to be during the work week, during the work day. We don't want to have somebody try to do something on the weekend. They can still do that, of course. But as a firm, we want them to take this volunteer time off, and go out and apply it directly in the community.
Some of that's like board memberships, right? I mean, can you think?
Well, that's even in addition.
Yeah, that's in addition to. I mean, well, but we have a lot of people on different boards. We mentioned a few of them already.
We've got people on the Union County Foundation board.
Foundation, for sure.
On the Care Train board, involved with some of the civic clubs in our community as officers of that. So there are a number of areas that even outside of what we as the firm say, hey, here's an opportunity, people would just go out and do those things.
I know we usually have at least a few people that will donate their time in that, the spring cleanup in Marysville and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Go around and pick up any kind of trash in the winter or whatever.
There's, let's say, unfortunately, in a way, there's never a shortage of people in our community that need that hand up, that need that help.
Yeah, but also we're just Yes, that's true. And I think that's true of pretty much any community. And I think that, but we are blessed. I really think that this is an amazing, amazing place to live and to raise a family and to be. I think the amount of people in this community that care for each other, I think it's second to none.
Absolutely.
Anything else as far as the charitable give back you can think about?
No, I think those are good examples.
Good round example of what all we do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to delay. I'm trying to delay the final piece of our podcast, buddy, which comes to the toast part of this. And but here we go. So again, this is the ingredients are
pineapple, orange, ginger, and lemon. Has a little extra lemon because lemon and ginger in particular are really good for your digestion, and that's why these are little, I call them shooters, digestive shooters.
Yeah, but I thought you were promising me a glow.
You will. Wait, you haven't seen it yet. Wait, you'll see it. So let me say a toast to may we strengthen the weak. May we give light to the blind. May we feed the hungry and be friends to mankind. Cheers.
Cheers. Sludge.
Look at the glow, man.
Yeah. No, it's not. It wasn't terrible. It was not as good as the other one. It does have more lemon. A lot more lemon.
Well, maybe we'll redo this podcast too, just so you get the...
Oh, we're done. We're done. I don't care if it cuts off half of my head or
1A, B3.
Well, that's it for today, Tony. I appreciate it. And we'll see you back soon for another podcast here.
And some cold pressed juice.
And some more cold pressed juice. I need more health in my life. Thank you, everybody.
Take care, y'all.
Thank you for listening to the Toast to Retirement podcast. Feel free to share with friends and family and follow McCarthy and Cox Retirement and Estate Planning Specialists on Facebook and LinkedIn. Check out the podcast tab on our website, www.mccarthyandcox.com, where you can find links to all the episodes of Toast to Retirement. Certain sections of this commentary may contain forward-looking statements based on reasonable expectations, estimates, projections, and assumptions. Forward-looking statements are not guarantees of future performance and involve certain risks and uncertainties which are difficult to predict. All indices are unmanaged and are not available for direct investment by the public. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This podcast is provided for general information purposes only and does not constitute either tax, legal, or financial advice. Please consult a tax preparer, professional tax advisor, financial advisor, or lawyer regarding your specific circumstances. Investing involves risk, including the loss of principal. No strategy can guarantee any objective or goal will be achieved.